All right, welcome back to the Planet Paintball podcast, brought to you by 1023 Sportswear and Southwest Paintball in Bayfield, Colorado. Go out and say hi to the boys in Colorado. Season's getting cold. It's getting cold here. It's getting cold out there for sure. But anyways, today I got the one and only Impulse Media with me. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks. A long time coming.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this a couple of times.
Yeah, I think you might hold the record for the most attempts made at this point. But I'm glad we finally got it in, or getting it in.
Yeah,
Lord willing, right? But man, you start making a splash pretty quick. So let's talk about that first, and then we'll get into like the history with the game and stuff. So how did it all kind of come about, this new iteration?
So I was coming out. I was supposed to go out for Formula Drift at one point to go work on a merch booth, things of that nature. Things didn't work out as far as flying out to go to Jersey, to Englishtown. Barrage, Josh Stanley hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, you busy by chance?" So I just moved back to Jasper, after living away around the Marietta, Atlanta area for about 10 years. And I ended up getting into media and whatnot as I came back. And luckily, I had the camera in hand, and I was working with like a Sony A7 IV, and I didn't anticipate necessarily some of the videos taking off, I guess, like they have in a sense, but it's developed a lot of friendships, and I've been very fortunate to have the opportunity to go to, like, just coming into it roughly around June timeframe, May timeframe of 2025, being able to have the opportunity from one that's, working in media, which is over from motorsports and power sports, to coming into the NXL and paintball. The last time that I even, put hands on a paintball gun or a pod pack or, a mask was probably like 2006, maybe 2007. After playing for about 4 years. So having the opportunity to go from one intense sport to another, and then, paintball coming back, back into my life. And after about 15, 20 years, I was like, dang, like, I can actually use the dynamics that, I've been taught. And a lot of the people that are, coming into media and paintball, it's like, it's definitely an intense competition, but there are so many people that have such a cool style. It's like, how can you not support that? So I'm like, share away. It's like, look at this dude. It's like, you have so many people that are within such a small radius, if you will, at times, that one another don't necessarily know each other. And shoot, I was very fortunate to meet quite a few people at Cincinnati when I went to Midwest. The intensity was insane. A lot of the one-on-ones that happened that I had, coming into this sport, having an opportunity to see within like 2 to 3 months. I'm definitely thankful for, to Josh for the opportunity to, come along with them in Bear Ridge and the Bear Ridge Barbies, and quite a few, and the semi-pro team, which they have had phenomenal freaking success this year. They've been very consistent, and, I'm really just excited to see the rebirth of, their skill sets, taken on the field, especially being my first time going to Cup as well. So coming into media, everything has happened in a snowball effect. And I've been fortunate to run across people on the field as well, like Dane Hawkins. I mean, I was literally standing next to him, like, "Hey man," I'm like, "this is pretty intense." He's like, "Yeah," he's like, "if you want to get this shot, look this way," and just having that selflessness to help another person out. And I'm like, yeah, like, how can I not pay this forward? So I've definitely had quite a few people that have, I can, should thank, and, Josh and Dave, excuse me, Dane being, two of the very many that, that have been like absolutely like brotherly and friendly within the community. I just look at it as trying to share, the people that I've met. Oh no.
You there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. You can cut that.
Yeah, we'll go in it. And for those who don't know, I was having a technical issue.
But heck, I should have been running with it. But having so many people that I've met in such a short time frame, but meeting so many people throughout a short time frame, I mean, allowed, this opportunity at the same time happen. But what I've been able to learn through being on the field, I just look at as just, try to share, help everybody else out. It's definitely been acquiring the shots and trying to push those out have definitely been, stacking up by far. But a lot of things are coming around, and I'm excited to go ahead and start putting more time forth after saving for cup and things of that nature. Like as y'all have saw on a lot of the Instagram stories, like if I'm getting really busy, I try at least like show some sort of presence, make sure that I'm either sharing somebody else's work, but also trying to incorporate mine out there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been a real ambassador lately, man. I think also like just like a positive influence on everyone.
I just feel like just pay it forward. I mean, there's so many players that I've seen on the field locally as well during a lot of the different tournament between sets and things of that nature that if, somebody is in the pits trying to, say, hey, it's like instead of, doing something this way, what is the you can try to like tweak your shot a little bit more, play tighter. And to me, it's like as you're walking through, I mean, one with a camera, it's like, how can you not just sit here and remember these moments and such? So to me, it's like being around Rios, it's difficult not to try to reflect like the positive things that have happened. I mean, there are definitely a lot of things that a lot of people go through, like personally, like at work and things of that nature. Which I mean, there's so many of these other players that try to be as actively posting and trying to show the different lights of it's like, hey, this is I'm an NXL pro, or this is what I do to make it happen on regional level. It's like that's some pretty big dedication, and I just feel like I think that a lot of people have given so much to be on that field, whether it be giving up time with family or being a parent or raising a new one. I mean, I'm not married. I don't have any kids, and it's like to juggle all that, but also coming from like I guess a brotherhood perspective of having time in the army. That it's like everybody works together to make a common goal happen, and being in the pits and seeing a lot of these other guys that I've gotten the opportunity to talk to, and I've never seen them before, like except for the beginning of this year. And they're like, "Hey, man, it's like, you know, what got you up here?" And I was like, "Oh, I got a camera." And so they're just like, "What?" Like, "I'm here to compete." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like that, I just find that freaking cool as shit, and just got to be upbeat, I guess. I mean, it's too easy to look at the glass half full too. I mean, I wanted to be in Texas. I went to see that experience after seeing the Cincinnati Midwest Open and seeing everybody pushing and seeing so much intensity on the field. I'm like, okay, Texas is like everything's bigger in Texas. Like this is where it happens, and there's so much that happened between a lot of the upsets with different teams on the pro level. I mean, shoot, like anything's possible. There's so many of these players that do their best to market themselves in video creation, showing their daily work and so forth, what techniques that they can improve on. I had the opportunity to film um, quite a few different segments of the Kyle Berry San Diego Dynasty Pro Clinic, and seeing the seeing the technique that they use, seeing the suggestions that have been made, and just standing there to make sure that everything stays in picture, everything stays, as it should in the moment, or what your eyes would perceive. You can't help but sit there and learn the technique as well. And coming from a period of my life was I think 03 to 07, where when I played paintball. I mean, when I came back into this too, I'm like, hey, what's that? Is that an angel? And somebody's like, how long ago did you play? And I found that to be pretty funny at that time frame, because I mean, I didn't know that Smart Parts had become Planet Eclipse there, and that there were different manufacturers that have been still in the game, but also quite a few names that had come up as well. I'm very familiar, like of HK Army, JT Paintball, and things of that nature. But I mean, seeing the different names that have come across the stage over the decades that are still believing in the sport, pushing the sport, because I definitely find this to be a outlet for a lot of people, but also something to where they can compete and push themselves, learn new skills, meet some awesome people along the way. And I was like, heck yeah! It's like I'm definitely down to try to give this a whirl. So I started out with just picking up a used marker, and I decided to put my camera forth with it. And I was like, I'm thankful for being able to have the ability to transition and like understand what I see when I have the opportunity to play recreationally. Like at one point that I used to for about 4 years, I was able to stand behind a camera and try to convey what it is that I see. And there's so many people that at this clinic that have a lot of skills. There are a lot of these players that went to this clinic that have quite a lot going for them. I'm excited to, course, put out and show the other portions of the clinic that took place as well. I had the opportunity to watch Timmy evidently play as well. And whenever him and Kyle Berry came up and played at Bear Ridge, and they're awesome guys. And seeing them operate, getting to know them, seeing the different avenues that my film work's been able to travel down as the Challenger video that I had posted on my Instagram as well a few weeks ago. I was thankful for that opportunity with 1320 Motorsports. So I mean, I'm understanding that a lot of the people that I've met within paintball have also created avenues for myself as well. So I mean, getting
That's
behind it,
awesome, man.
yeah, like it's definitely like a lot to try to unravel in one mindset. So I mean, I probably should have took a breath right there.
So how did you have the connection with Josh?
And so Josh and I went to high school back in like '05 to '07 time frame, I believe, and we just never crossed paths, surprisingly. So I went and played at what was Ridge Runner Paintball, but that was one of the very, very like short-lived fields that was locally owned at one point when some of the other individuals knew before I did what paintball exactly was. So they're commonly playing like freaking X-ball or they're playing airball all the time. I mean, and I was like, my dad offered that as an opportunity route. I was at the time, and he's like, you can get into paintball like your brother, or you can get a motocross bike or a dirt bike. I'm like, I'll go with paintball. Let's see where this goes. Started out with an
Bold choice.
yeah, and I started out with an F4 Illustrator, and I learned how to use that WD-40. So, but Josh, I believe, played at Kamikaze quite a bit. I've heard of the Nitro Paintball. My brother and I played pretty commonly up at Ultimate Paintball at one point that was in Cherokee County, Georgia, or down in Cherokee County, Georgia.
Okay.
Canton. I mean, I started out with the F4 Illustrator, and then I went to a Smart Parts Impulse, and then I got the Evil Eye, and the egg was definitely prevalent. And
Oh, the
like,
egg.
yeah, oh god, that thing was as big as my noggin, dude. And
You know what? That's probably the one hopper I don't miss.
I should have gone back to my Jason.
Yeah, that thing was so awful. I switched back to a Remy.
Or sometimes you're just like rattle better. It'll help you.
I threw a speed feed on the Revy before I'd go back to the egg.
That's a fair choice. But I went. Luckily, at one point, I forget was it the Halo came out, and I had at the one point I had upgraded from a Smart Parts Impulse with an Evil Eye to a Toxic Impulse. And around that time frame, I probably had that sucker about 4.5 years. And my brother going from that was definitely a progressively learning experience every single time. My brother had a Bob Long Classic Intimidator, and his friends had Autocockers and Angels. Yeah, like a Force Mag, I think it was. And then he went to an Empire, and that was definitely a learning experience. And so seeing a lot of having that experience and how much I enjoyed it, and seeing all the pro clinic, seeing these other players, Ant play, seeing Kristen Stanley play, seeing Alex from I-75 and Kyle Berry and Timothy Roberts and quite a few other players, whether it be them traveling to Georgia or seeing other players, a lot of the NXL players as well.
Nice.
I think that paintball is one of the more like welcoming of sports. Of if somebody is willing to get into it, or they see that you're willing to put the time into it, then they're like, all right, it's like, hey, try this out if you want something different. I mean, some people asked me at one point how long I sit in front of the computer. I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about that. Sometimes it's 4 years, depending on what you're doing, and if you're in like S-Log or you're filming or if you're filming absolute, just like as far as raw in general, depending on what you're doing has so much to do with how much time you're going to sit there. If you want the graphics, if you want the captions, I mean, if you're telling a story. That's when I started speaking to Dylan with Paintball. Let it fly, baby.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Let it fly with Defy.
so I mean, speaking with him, speaking with like Sloth Photography, Crooks Photography. I thanked him for the photo that I'd gotten from whenever I was up at Cincinnati at the NXL Midwest Open, and it's just been a wild ride. Like,
Yeah, no, I get it as well, because World Cup is at this point going to be difficult for me. Still trying to make it happen, but um, It's one of those things. Sometimes real life has to come first, right?
Oh, absolutely. I entirely understand that. Like, there's some jobs that I found myself doing as well on the side. I mean, I think that a lot of things have been difficult, I guess, in 2025, whether it be individual or business, or you're a player, or you're one getting into it, and you're trying to find the best bang for your buck. I got lucky with quite a few of my items from it, and it's funny there you can find so much in the used community when it comes to a lot of these items. I mean, like I got this carbon from Dirty Dan PB when I was in Cincinnati, and there's so many of the other the Bear Ridge SP players that were often like, "Hey man, it's like you can wear this mask." I'm like, "Dude, thank you, I appreciate it," because I literally came to Midwest and I'm like, "All right, I got all this, thousands in like camera gear. Like I probably got like 5 grand wrapped up in my camera itself before I put my matte box and stuff on it." And you realize that paintball is just as expensive of a hobby or a serious sport for people competing. It's along the lines of like, "Hey man, what are you shooting with?" And then it's, "Oh, camera." Somebody else got a paintball gun. It's
Yeah.
like very nice. So a lot of these guys have allowed me like this the DSR that I have, the DSR Plus I got from Tyler Griggs from. Oh, there's a paintball off the set. I got the DSR Plus from whenever everybody's supporting each of their family members or supporting you and getting involved in the sport. They're like, "Hey man, it's like you can buy this." It's like I got another kit, or I want to make sure that such and such can compete, or finding out like getting a mask for the bang for the buck, or a pod pack for my 75. I saw that Aloha style, and I was like, "I'll take that, please."
Yeah.
Seeing what you get in the used community, whether it be, marker, I definitely encourage everybody to try to give it a try. It doesn't matter if you go in there with like a Tipman A5 or an F4 Illustrator. You can, or I mean, shoot, I mean, you can get a JT pump in there. I started with a Brass Eagle, with my brother
Hmm.
playing in the field or something. And he's like, "Y'all," my dad's like, "You guys can resolve it like this." And next thing you know, that's how my brother took on. And later on, I ended up getting into it. So you can definitely always find some sort of route into getting involved in paintball. It doesn't have to be with a brand new marker. I mean, I see so many, like the CS3 is crazy. The new DSR Pro that die came out with, that spent looks sick. I mean,
Yeah, the spent
all
is
all
pretty.
this, like all the aesthetics in it, definitely pop right, just right. Seeing a lot of the different styles of markers, like mech is still heavy. Like there's so many people that still play mech, and I love seeing it. Like the competition at like the mech side is just like, I don't know, I feel it's a little different. It's got a different feel to it.
Definitely different. I also feel like the barrier to entry there is less, right? Like you can get a EMEC and it'll just rip, and then you can add in like, a new trigger switch and a new trigger, and then it's going to rip even more. And like, it, that's way less than like even putting all that together brand new. Like you're going to be less in it, I think, than an axe. Maybe not a used axe, but you'll still be in there cheaper.
Yeah, so I mean, like shout out to a lot of the people that definitely got me into it when it came to like just allowing me to find myself, submerging myself in the experience, and not only having some fun on my own, and then deciding that I wanted to pursue media in paintball. Um, like that definitely, I guess you could say put me on the edge in a sense, and I'm definitely thankful for it. I mean, I decided to make a studio set in my garage, where like I just got some things of that nature. I'm like, okay, I definitely want to make sure that the aesthetics right, but um, I've gotten so wrapped up with, after having that experience, I've learned to like wrap myself up in the media of it, where you can get quite a few of these different items at a bang for the buck. I saw that Ballsack just came out with an edition for a lot of the ProFlex masks, where a lot of these players can utilize themselves as a subject, as a POV style, but also having
Yeah.
a lot of these glasses as well. When it comes to the meta glasses, it's absolutely changed everything for a lot of people. And whether you have the Oakley edition or the Ray Bans and such, it's just changing the game. And I'm not trying to like capitalize on like the brands, but it's just those specific companies have just put something out there that has empowered like so many, when it comes to baseball or paintball or anything of that nature, getting a different angle.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's only a matter of time before we see a goggle that has like a right and left lens in it, right?
That would be intense, like like as far as a HUD display, if you will.
Yeah, but even like just recording, so like no matter which way you come out, it's always a good shot because like even with the glasses or the little one up here, right? Like sometimes it's a great shot and then sometimes it's hopper. That's all you're seeing.
That is one thing that I really noticed. I made it out on Saturday, and everybody apparently was accounting for, the possibilities of some nasty weather coming on this past Sunday. So quite a few people are out there. And I was out there on a different line of business in a sense, if you will, like help, 'cause since I live 15 minutes from Bear Ridge, I definitely have it right in my backyard, which I'm thankful for. So it's definitely, it's different than like a soccer field or just, you can go over there, or a baseball field. You can go over there, kind of hang out, watch some people, swap some paint. One of the Georgia Quake players, a younger guy, he was like very analytical on asking a lot of the questions. So it's really funny that you brought that up, because he was standing there with me for probably about like a 13-minute conversation, and he had mentioned, he was really asking about, the 3S versus the Ultra, and then he was being very analytical of understanding the exact same thing that you mentioned. So it shows that a lot of these players are paying a lot of attention, as in they're using a lot of the social media platforms, which really empower a lot of people as well, where you can build your own brand, you can market yourself. So knowing that a lot of these players are paying that much attention to the media that they put out, it seems like everybody's in a different atmosphere, I guess you could say, this year, or within the past few years, when it comes to developing media for themselves and understanding that they can market themselves as players and things of that nature. Because when you're competing nationally, I mean, you're really putting a lot into perspective for yourself as well. So it's really nice to see
Yeah.
a lot of these local players paying that much attention, and everybody seeing that across media. It's like it's been a crazy experience this year within such a short time frame for me.
Well, and I think it's a new thing. I think like Matt the Gym Rat had a lot to do with it in that like, hey, you can secure sponsorships. I mean, now it's his job, his whole job, but the ability to secure sponsorships outside of pro that are really, you know, good sponsorships because you're promoting yourself and then promoting companies in a positive manner, right? And just creating content. I personally like doing it just because I like having the memories,
I
you
mean, it
know.
is not.
But I think it's going to become a must where like if you're going to play pro, you're going to have to produce so much content one way or the other, either by yourself or with a partner in order to support those brands. Thinking, and maybe you're the great guy to ask for this because like you were in the racing realm slash are in the racing realm. Like how much do those guys promote themselves versus, your average pro paintball player?
I mean, I definitely feel like when it comes to like the pro level, a lot of these players are putting out a lot of the content, especially with their brands as well. Whether it be for the teams that they're with, whether it be HK, like HK, I mean, equivalent to, like, I guess not per se as is, like NOS Energy, like they're pumping out a lot of this different content. It is like some of it is electronic, some of it like with possibly like AI built in, but a lot of these, there's so many things that within media that people are progressively going through as they're making stuff happen, and it seeing these players market themselves, um, or a lot of these teams market themselves. I mean, the intensity is there when it comes to a lot of the media. So I mean, I would definitely say is that a lot of these people are hitting the nail on the head, if you will. Coming from with racing, I think that a lot, and the NXL, I think a lot of these players, or a lot of these teams, are putting out, some pretty solid content. I mean, I would definitely say it's next level. And seeing other players do that for themselves, that a lot of these guys are definitely marketing like crazy. I mean, I can't necessarily put myself in their shoes, but I think that time at the field and finding the most cost effective camera that you can at a bang for the buck, knowing what is on the table these days, that you can get from secondhand market. I think that like the 3S is definitely solid. I'm very fortunate I got like the Ultra, but I mean, if a player gets that and a barrel mount, I mean, and time at the field, but also, I mean, I've learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I've learned a lot of stuff through YouTube as well. I mean, I think that like a lot of times, like we all used to knock it, but it's become a form of things that you can learn on the fly. You can see it happen on on your screen. So I mean, putting some time to
Yeah.
learn how to edit as well. I think that with that, and a lot of these teams that have dedicated, videographers and photographers, I think that that definitely shows a lot of what they put into, or what goes into making sure that they can make it happen. I mean, posting actively or have setting schedules that you can on these social media platforms so that you consistently have things going out on a regular basis. I mean, it'll bring the attention. It shows it projects further with your consistency. The odds of somebody else getting into paintball, and if they run across what you're doing and they dig what you're doing, doesn't matter if it's not like Saudi Arabia or Tokyo or Malaysia or Texas. I mean, like there's or Russia, like it makes paintball that much more popular as well. So I mean, everybody's definitely
Yeah.
on a huge scale already.
Yeah. And, you blew by something, but like consistency is key if you're really trying to get something out of social media, right? If you're just doing it for fun and whatever, that's fine. You don't post whenever you want. But if you're trying to grow either your personal brand or help a brand, you have to be consistent. Otherwise, the algorithm's not going to even look at you and it's not going to push you out to certain people, right? And it's, I've done a really bad job of it recently, but it's even down to like the time of day you post and stuff like that. Like it matters.
Some of these people are looking at it as like updates and news because I mean, these days everything is on media, so it's they look at it as kind of like a news time frame, like the NXL. Or you're looking at, uh,
Mhm.
you know, Planet Paintball podcast. Like there are definitely certain things that I've like I'll get your notification on YouTube. I'm like, okay, it's another short, and I'm like, okay, like at that time frame, like yeah, throughout the day, I'm like, all right, cool. Like there's something that
Uh,
new that's happening within paintball, so it's
so how did filming become a thing for you? Like how did you get into it? Was that after your first stint in paintball or was it during or
that was actually probably like I mean before my recent stint in paintball, when I started out working on like on the administrative side for Shazam 2 and Civil War and things of that nature, and and at that time, like even after leaving that industry, it's just one of the things that stuck with me is like um, the the set coordinator had mentioned. She was like, if there was no script, would you can you tell what would happen here? And after leaving film, probably like about a few years ago, um, and then uh,
so when you were in the film industry initially, you weren't filming, but you were on the like administration side doing stuff?
yeah, I was on the administrative side working in within accounting, but I had a lot of opportunity to see what was going on set, and whether it be on like on the sidelines, just kind of handing off checks or getting some accounting information straightened out. I was able to see what happened on set, and I didn't expect it to have that much of an impression on me, and so having been able to see that, it gave me the curiosity to go into it. And then I found that with power sports, with GP style racing, and with it through Moto America and a lot of these local events that happen. And I had quite a few different friends that taught me quite a few different things as well when it came to motorsports, that were already in some higher market positions in marketing. So taking what they taught me, along with what I put myself through as far as school wise. And one of the things that has been difficult, as you mentioned, for myself as well, has been the consistency. Life things happening, but having the opportunity to take those skill sets and apply that to paintball. I honestly, as well, didn't even expect that I would have this much of a splash, I guess you could say, within paintball, like within a short period of time. But with that, just reciprocating the gratitude that a lot of people had shown me, I was like, I'm just thankful for the people that I've met along the way.
Yeah. Well, I think like the big lesson I learned coming into like the media side, if you will, is, I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm too cool for school. Like, here's my stuff, and I'm not going to participate in the community. Man, it costs me nothing to go and check out what Order 66 is doing and be like, hey, I like this. And then head over to your page and be like, hey, I like this. And, like, I'll sit here listening to a thing and I'll just cruise like my top 10. Like I want to go and see what Southwest is doing. I want to see what Bear Ridge is doing. You know, like you know, they're all local. oh, Southwest isn't local, but like they're all like small businesses and like support small businesses, right? Like give
Abs-
the like is free, man. The share is free.
I mean, like I've had the opportunity locally from I started out going to Bear Ridge Paintball, and just it's you can't not go. I mean, like especially having so close. I mean, a lot of these players that I've had the opportunity to see. I mean, having been away for a while, recreationally, and then coming back in a media capacity, having some of these players from Extreme or from the Hurricanes or from the San Diego Dynasty, and a lot of these players that have traveled most recently. Like, I mean, I believe at one point, I think Mike Daly mentioned he's like from Wisconsin or up north. Like he played Wisconsin Rage, and like hearing that at the beginning of the season coming in media, I'm like, dang, like this guy just literally relocated. I mean, whether it been for personal or what, but seeing a lot of the where people are moving from and seeing where paintball is still prevalently active after being away for so long, I'm like, hell yeah. Like it's great to see and know that there's so many people that have played or do play professionally that have come through. I mean, I'm definitely blessed to see a lot of these guys play. And then I've been to Insane. That is personally one of the most organized facilities that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I remember picnic tables and shipping connexes like 40 foot. It's been pretty cool as well. But I'm excited to see. I believe see the venue at NXL at World Cup as well. I don't believe I've seen, and then since, but seeing the other ones along the way on the road trip to Florida, I'm excited to take some stops, look around, things like that, because I mean everything's different. It's changed a lot, but at the same time, a lot of the hyperball, a lot of the other scenario games as well. I believe whenever I was playing at one point, Noonday was probably the only one that I saw that was like the World War II scenario. But seeing a lot of those situations still out there as well, nice.
So have you been to a World Cup yet? Or is this gonna be the first one?
This will be my first. This will be my. I'm picturing night. I'm picturing night.
You're in for a treat.
Oh yeah, that's quite a few people have told me that, and I'm anticipating a night at the Roxbury kind of ordeal, I guess you could say, with nobody's like they got.
Definitely can get that way. Sorry. There's been so much like technical stuff in the background. I know I look super distracted. I'm just trying to like keep it together.
I can't. I've never hosted a podcast. I mean, like we're for that media. I mean, dedication.
Well, I think it's about time to update the rig a little bit here. And I'll just lay this out for everyone. And you've talked about it, like buying the used equipment and stuff, right? Like I started this thing on like Bluetooth headphones and a $300 computer. I upgraded the mic. I had good headphones already. I had some studio lighting um, from something. My dad was in low power radio station,
Right on.
and he had a video component. So I had studio lights and stuff. But like it's still running off my $300 refurbished computer. So like you don't have to like have the best, you know. Obviously it might be time to upgrade the computer, but you just gotta just do. Like just create. Like whatever it is like you want to do, just do it. Just start doing it. It's gonna suck at first, but you're gonna get better.
Hey, live and learn, right? It's like you can. Somebody told me when I started walking on the field with a camera, they're like, you choose some bold angles. Like eventually, I caught on. Like it's like that's where I can't started thinking about like take a shot, get a shot in a sense. Because I mean, you got to take the opportunity sometimes, and if it turns out to be something good, then I mean, just keep doing it. Like keep putting out the videos, keep trying to get that snapshot or that reel, things of that nature. I mean, just put it out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're gonna suck at something if you never do it. The first couple times you do it. If someone out there like went and played paintball and was an absolute stud the first time, come and tell your story, but like, I'm not gonna buy it, you know? So like, it's just like everything. It's like learning to drive. Like, you're scared and nervous at first, and then like you start getting used to it a little bit, and then you get too used to it, and something happens, and you go back to being scared and nervous. Like, you just gotta keep doing it though.
Yeah, at some point the road's always going to get smoother.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm super interested in the farm. How did the farm come about?
So the farm is my brother's. It's a D6 cattle company, Wagyu beef. And whenever I came up and I started helping out with cows and things of that nature, I was really, my brother has always been a lot more the agricultural side. And whenever I moved away for 10 years and came back to see that, I was like, this is pretty dang cool. Like it feels like city slickers sometimes working with them. But the Wagyu beef
Hmm.
really, I guess you could say, pay it forward of like, really supply what it is that you pay for. There's like so many industries are putting some stuff out there that is just so questionable. And Wagyu beef is
Hmm.
some of the healthiest stuff that you can get for your body. Five's expensive, but it's a Black Angus cross as well. So with a red Wagyu. So whenever he decided to go that route and, allow a lot of the local people to really see what it is that, a lot of the community is capable of, and it really helps out a lot of people as well. Stock up on some good beef. And just one thing led to another, and next thing you know, I started helping my brother out with that. So I was like, this is pretty damn cool.
Nice. Yeah. What I've really enjoyed about like your, I guess, Instagram channel, if we will, is just like you're being very honest about like everything that goes on in like, hey, today I'm at the farm. Today I'm resurfacing a driveway. Like you're showing real life and what it takes to like work towards something you want to get to, right? Like I really appreciate that because I feel like there's a bunch of people that just don't show that. They show the polished version.
Hey man, I appreciate that. Thank you. I just, yeah, I can't foresee like not being straight up with people a lot of times and like showing the daily struggle or, what it takes to put you in that position of like, where it's like, hey, I'm doing, by Z so I can make this happen. I think that a lot of people can identify with that struggle, like as far as, working class, blue collar, a lot of the people that, do a lot of the stuff, make it so they can compete, at next tournament, things of that nature. I don't know. I think that, I can definitely identify with a lot of the players out there that give that dedication, showing what I'm going through. I feel like, if, you know, it's just like gratitude, I guess. Just be real with like the same people that showed me everything.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. So plan next year's to play. Yes. A little bit and still
Yeah.
film.
Oh yeah. So I definitely have been talking. I've been talking to a few different players, and some people have asked me like if I want to play. I don't have zero credentials. I mean, I played recreationally. Playing at a competition level, I think would be awesome. I have definitely been playing with a few different ideas of how I can make that possible. Whether it be going like with some micro setups to where I can incorporate everybody, or as far as like camera angle. So POV is definitely something that I'm having to think about as well. So to where I can make it to where I can try to do simultaneously, but I may compete or play next year. I'm definitely playing around with the idea pretty hard.
Okay. Nice. No, G Lilly, one of the filmers up in Rock Hill, like he just started playing this year too.
Yeah, G Lily's a really nice guy. I spoke to him quite a few different times over at Bear Ridge. You said he's from up north, correct?
Yeah, he's from Rock Hill.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And, he's one of the people that's like helped me put myself into a good position as well. He's like, hey, dude, he's like, I know quite a few people that maybe house together. I might be able to speak with somebody. They even mentioned on the phone, uh, with G Lily. He's like, hey, he's like, dude, vouch for you. I'm good with that. He's like, this is what we're going for, and it shows that a lot of people band together to make sure that they can make it to Cup or another tournament. Stay at another tournament and things of that nature.
Yeah. Yeah. We should find an event we can all go in and do a media guy team.
I mean,
That would
shoot,
be fun.
we can use some blackout curtains and doing it on budget if we have make it happen.
Yeah. That would be a good time.
Dude, I definitely feel like it'd be a great time. He has a very unique style of filming, and through like documentary style, I definitely feel a cinematic vibe from watching it. So I definitely like stuff too. I mean, there's so much awesome high-paced like media content that comes through, and seeing it done cinematically as well, like through people that I was like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. So you worked on episode 3 for the year. What else have you worked on in the paintball realms?
Well, really, like, I mean, with a lot of the content I worked on episode 3, I was hired on by a few different teams for episode 4. So I didn't
Okay.
go along with a lot of the event as much, as seeing as I was assigned to a couple different teams. And then really a lot of this has come from just like what's at my local field. And it just shows how active it is as well. I mean, the level of competition is great at Bear Ridge. I've had the opportunity to meet quite a lot of different players, as along with quite a few different individuals like YB Sports, with Mike and Coyle as well. Like seeing a lot of those guys out there. I mean, like they come out there and they host, rain or shine. I think that he's feeling a lot better as well. I mean, he comes out there and helps host with the tournaments. So there,
Yeah.
as far as the NGXL, but I definitely am pretty stoked about going to like filming in Florida, just filming out of state more so. I think that'll be a great opportunity. Hopefully, I can
Nice.
visit some further places next year.
So, but I mean, you went to Cincinnati. Jeez, I just showed how bald I am. Now everyone knows why I wear the hat.
No, man, I'm lucky with this freaking Japanese Asian genetics as far as having a full head of hair.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of them with bald heads, do you? Unless it's by choice.
Hey, gravity's got a sixth sense of humor. It's coming one way or another.
Yeah, that's how mine started, and then it just all. Well, yeah, we're getting to shaving territory here soon, I think. Unfortunately,
Beanie season. It's beanie season, so I mean, I bet you got
it is beanie season, so I can get away with it for a little bit.
coming soon. Planet Paintball podcast beanie.
They're out, actually. We got them.
So definitely make sure that website.
The website is down, so you have to DM me if you want them. There's a few left. Black beanies, $20, mailed to you.
Get them before they sell out.
Yep. G Lily already picked up his, so G Lily and Paintball Dad. So thank you guys.
I'll have to cop one of those.
We'll work that out. But the Defy thing, what's are you doing anything official with them, or are they just producing the jersey for you, or what's going on?
So I literally at one point I saw the Hormesis collaboration, and I really like vibed with a lot of the styles that that were put out on media at the time. So I was like, oh dang. So I started looking at those, and they had the option to select whether it be a shirt or a jersey. And I saw that they had the tank, and I was like, man, I'm like trying to think long term, like want to go on and get into it and have my own spin on things. And I really vibed with like the old school retro styles, whether it be like the straight lines or the checker. And I just really felt like started vibing with a lot of the music I was hearing at the time. And I put out the videos for the jerseys, and I wasn't expecting that much support, like quite like bar none. And then they reposted my stuff, and then we collaborated as far as I created the create the video for the jerseys, and they wanted to share it as well. I was like, is this happening? And so I wasn't expecting that support, and that's how I met Dylan Film Edit, and I was shocked here and there. Not like officially talking with Chad Yaya Buchez, and I didn't anticipate that much reciprocation on it. Like, just I didn't go in with an intention. I was like, dang, I really like this sick video. And then but they wanted to share it as well. I was like, I like this. This is awesome. And it just shows the support of the community there. And I mean, from I guess you could say I deem myself as like a grassroots area territory, since I haven't really been in it that long. Whether it be coming back, just for fun playing capacity, which allowed me a lot of perspective into how to view it through a camera, and help reciprocate that. Coming back into it and seeing what companies are really helping everybody else grow as well. I mean, so seeing what they're willing to share and things of that nature, and just knowing that I had that opportunity to share what my eyes saw as far as within the product. I mean, I just saw a pattern, and I'm like, something's happening here. I was like, I like this product, and all of a sudden I just put a little video together, and just if it rolls, it rolls, you know. And right now, I think the one of the Defy jerseys is up to, I believe it was, oh, it's not the checker one. Oh, for the life of me, I'm never gonna live this down. I had the Femmes Fatale reel that I was testing at one point. I put on my Kaiju Media personal account. I like anime, I like Gundam and Godzilla and stuff. I mean, it might just be my territory, I don't know. But I put that reel on one of my personal accounts, and it went to like 1.75 thousand within probably like a couple of days. And then it shows on my Impulse Media YouTube profile. I posted it, and it went to, I think it was like maybe 400 to 600 just views in general. So I mean, like you were saying as well, the consistency of or the what time that you post makes an absolute difference. I mean, um, but I mean, the support has been with Defy has been phenomenal. I mean, just being somebody grassroots that decided to pursue media with a camera, and I saw everything that people were supportive of, and I just wanted to portray that, or what I see that happens on the field. And all of a sudden, like, Defy decided to collaborate with it. I was like, this is awesome. And so I found out that after a while that Dylan was really supportive, and then he gave me the shout out. This is awesome. I mean, just the camaraderie that was there right off the bat, like it didn't skip a beat. And I mean, it showed me, it's like what you see with the paintball, like the company is what you get, and the authenticity with how he was treating me. I was like, I mean, I really like this. That definitely put me in the realm of, like, I do like Defy paintball without a doubt. I mean, I still have, like, I still have this paint from the farm, and I mean, please don't break. But I've had this since the farm one, and I have like quite a few other different brands of paint as well that I have on my set. But I mean, I see like bags of Defy paintball every single day I walk in the door, and and controlled temperature and everything like that. I mean, the suckers prevailed pretty dang quick, pretty well. But I didn't foresee that happening one bit, and that just showed me as well, the type of people, like, company they are, their customer service, and the people that you can meet in media as well, that are just like stellar. I mean, even yourself.
Thank you.
I mean, I didn't foresee, like, all of a sudden they're like a reel comes out of a shout out with Impulse Media, and I see that these people, like, that have been, that there are multiple different, like, profiles of media that I've seen, and even like Two Dope Media, like, he's an awesome dude. Like, he was like, hey man, he's like, what's up? And then just you can just stand next to him and chit chat if you wanted to. Um, but the camaraderie that I got, through paintball in a short period of time, and versus these other people that have been in it for a hot minute, I mean, hats off to them too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know Dylan.
Well,
You can tell with Dylan, like, he's been filming for a while. So,
yeah. Yeah. He's been filming for for a hot minute.
like 3 documentaries, I think that he's working on, and then while he's also pumping out content with Defy, and I think it's WCPPL that just wrapped up. I mean, which they said with Defy, they said it was pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah. Those look fun, man. Like, um, I'd love to be able to get out there maybe
Right.
one day. So, paintball fit first, though, for sure. I just want to go and experience glow ball.
That looks intense. I mean, that definitely.
It does, doesn't it?
It's like whenever you're on freaking Mario Brothers and you pop that brick.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's definitely on the list. And then, gonna try and travel a little bit more with it, I think, in the coming year. So we'll see if it happens.
Hey man, maybe we'll cross paths. I mean, like, that's definitely like some of the what came to mind whenever I decided, like, after Cincinnati, I was like, I could just pick up my dog and get a camper and just go anywhere. I was like,
Yeah.
that would be like the freaking nomad dream right there.
And that's what Blue does,
That's what somebody
and
else told me as well.
yeah, and he's got his dog and he's got his camper van that or it's really a bus he's converted, and he just travels.
Just send it all.
Yeah, I mean, he just goes.
That's awesome. I mean, that's some
And that
dedication.
man's always somewhere different. It's
Wake up
definitely
and
yeah, I mean, it's definitely doable, right? So, what's been your favorite shot you've gotten so far?
there are a couple different shots. That's a tough decision to narrow. That's a hard one to narrow down. I mean, with a lot of the media that I've acquired from Cincinnati and the NGXL events, and being able to go to the farm, I think I took out my camera a couple times, maybe, but I actually competed in the street ball event over there,
Okay.
which was pretty cool. I mean, that was awesome. I met so many people doing that. It's a tough one because I've seen a few different ones that I posted. I don't think I've narrowed one down just yet, but seeing Kyle Berry's snapshot at the pro clinic, I think that I got one just like you can see the top of his mask, but I mean everything's just like all you see is just like blue coming at you.
Okay.
But between there and some of the USA practices, seeing people just go gung ho with it, knowing what's at stake and what's on the line, it's like you're at an elite level of paintball at that point. Seeing what they put forth on some of the practices, that's been pretty cool as well. I don't think that I have posted some of those. I know that I posted a few reels with their practice and so forth as well, but I'll definitely be in the works with that, try to knock that out ASAP. Sometimes when I just I go through some of the media, I literally like, it's difficult not to get emotionally charged knowing like working in media when you're looking at all these different clips, playback, rewind. Then all of a sudden, it's like a track clicks and you just literally go to town with it. Uh, and so sometimes I don't realize that it's like 6 a.m. and I'm supposed to be asleep right now. But I was like, you just get on the roll and you're like, oh crap. Now it's like 15 minutes that I got to slice and dice. I was like, oh, it's like, what did I
Yeah.
create?
Well, we're right over an hour, man, and with all the technical stuff going on,
You're good, dude.
let's put a cap on it. Shout out who you want to shout out.
Shout out to Mike Daly for like the opportunity, which did also create, this opportunity with you on Planet Paintball podcast. Don't forget about those beanies. Also to Josh to bringing me back into this, this community as well. I mean, we didn't know each other really played all that much in past years. I-75 for a lot of the awesome items. And then also Taylor Griggs for the DSR Plus, Taylor Griggs services. Carbon, this is a freaking sick mask. Get money shot plugs for the plugs as well. I love this hibiscus. When I saw it, I decided to go out to to get the black ones as well. But thank you everybody in the community for such so open arms. It's been a freaking wild ride, and I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming on. We'll definitely recap later on and the off season or early beginning of the season, see where you're at. And we'll see everyone else we'll see everyone else next time on the Planet Paintball podcast. We're probing the divisional pits so you don't have to.
Thanks for tuning in to the Planet Paintball podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Whether you're out there grinding in the divisional pits or chasing dreams on the pro stage, remember, it's all about the passion, the hustle, and the love for the sport. Shout out to 1023 Sportswear for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to use code PlanetPaintball at checkout for 20% off your order. Gear up, save big. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and we'll see you back here on the Planet Paintball podcast